Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Welcome, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, even good evening, dare I say, to some of those who are on the dark side of the planet right now. It is great to have you here. I'm going to go ahead and get started in just a moment. I did want to say thank you very much to the comments on the video, the last video actually. That's really, really nice of you guys. I do see that we have somebody who had picked up to End All Wars, so that's really great. It's definitely a game that, I don't know, it's something of a niche, I guess you could say. It's not as well known as other games are, so it's pretty good. Yeah, here we are. Mikosh. Starting with this episode, I can finally start watching the live streams because I'm done catching up with all the other episodes. By the way, thanks to XTRG, because of you, I bought Civil War 2 and To End All Wars. But at this point, it's kind of overwhelming. To End All Wars and Civil War 2 are like, I'd say probably like the creme de la creme there. It's good to have you guys. How are we doing? We got Altiza. Sometimes I do wonder if I have like some kind of problem when it comes to reading names. How you doing there, LS? Good to have you, my man. How you doing there, Mucky? We'll get started here in just a moment. Alright, let me go ahead and reveal the screen. Reveal behind curtain number 3. So I do have the orders in from the players here. If any of you guys are familiar with a game called Supreme Commander, there's a very good host on YouTube who casts a lot of replays called Guile, and I love his intros. It's like, the players are ready. Reminds me of that. But yes, we had a really Alea Acta S, such a good game. Like AGEOD's catalogue is great. It's just there is some that are just more prone to crashing than others. But myself, Alex, and Plumber were talking last night actually about trying other AGEOD games. I mean, we were talking about a 30 Years War or the 7 Years War, I forget which one it was. Just trying to see if there's any games like that could be quite good. There is the English Civil War one, which I've actually not tried myself, but there's quite a few that could be potentially played with, which would be a lot of fun there. Right, so what's going on here today then? So, the sheer fact that we managed to just luck out here and have the Russian call retreat from cars is just amazing. Like, it cost me half that call, but that was well worth it. Really, really nice. Yeah, so the Eastern Entente succeeded in retreating from the battle in cars at day 9, hour 2, after taking 10 hits. I mean, that's it. Yeah, 30 Years War, there you go. So they take additional hits as well from leaving, so that's great. I'm hoping that this stack is not in a great shape right now. And if we take a look at how the battle... Oh, there's Colombia. Also a good victory for us there. Also a good victory. Was it over here, or was it the one before this? Okay, here we are. Yeah, so we took a large amount of casualties, as you can imagine. But the Russians took 2,900 there, which is really a small amount of casualties. I don't know, it's interesting. I was talking to Plumber about it, and saying, just talking between us, and we're like, sometimes we're like, not entirely sure how things end up the way they do in terms of like the behaviors, but I've got to assume that sometimes, well, at least that China, so I just got an email saying, how is your Chinese learning going? So I was just reading at the same time as speaking, and it made me say that. Yeah, it just makes me wonder how the actual individual commanders' stats and all that sort of thing relates to how they behave. Hey, done that, Cranium? Not yet, we're getting there though. Exhaustion's obviously not a good thing here. But the good news is we do have our men on the way, and because we already do have a call here, it's got 7 days. If it reaches another level of entrenchment in 7 days, that means that all our men that will arrive will have a level of entrenchment. We do have a third army moving in here. They'll be there in a day, and that is a third army consisting of 78,000 men. I'm going to be very lacking on supply. I've got to be very, very careful of supply. So we're going to have about 100,000 men moving today. There are more men moving over here. I'm not too sure if I want to keep on moving more men here, but it could be potentially worth it to try and assault the fortress, but I'm not too sure. I think what I want to go ahead and do then is flood the region with men, and then I can withdraw what's not necessary. I do have a call moving over here as well, so they're moving just to secure this position. But this position is snow, well, there's currently snow here, but we do have hills, so it's pretty good for us to hold on to. But yeah, the sheer fact that we managed to get him to retreat from cars, I mean, it wasn't by my design. It wasn't my expectation. I asked Plumber about it. He said it was just down to... Well, he put them on a conservative attack. It was just so fortunate that we had men there to get into the battle. Unfortunate for him, though. Alright, we've got a weight of 9 bar. I'll go ahead and have them transported down here. I guess I'll have them taken to Basra. Have them move there. It'd be nice to be able to take Q8. The British will be joining the war next turn, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'd like to have this guy turn to National Army Commander. I'm trying not to move too many men down here, because there's not a lot of supply down here, and I really don't want to overburden it, really. Crossing desert is going to be very difficult, and really, I probably want to go with possibly just cavalry. Just to be able to move as quickly as possible, but we'll have to see. It's going to be painful whichever way we go about it, really. Okay. Do have a minesweeper moving there. Second fleet in port over here. Now, the Russian Black Sea fleet's over here, but I'm going to assume that they have some pretty mighty guns over there at Sevastopol. So as much as I'd love to get in there, there's not all that much I can do about it. Oh, Port of Odessa, size 7 trade port. That'd be interesting. I wonder if I could gain something from that in the future. That'd be lovely. I know he has a shipyard. Yeah, you can see shipyard over here. And it's either battleships, battle cruisers, or dreadnoughts. I think it might be dreadnoughts that are being built over there. They're probably due to finish off sometime soon. But yeah. So, we'll see. I mean, with the British joining, it's going to be intriguing. I think, had I been bolder, I mean, to be honest, I could have had the Ottoman and the Austrian Navy moved over here to the shipping box. I do regret not having had the High Seas fleet moved over here to the Atlantic shipping box, but yeah, sometimes I get fixated on things. The Serbian front is extremely undermanned. Really, really heavily undermanned. And what I'm expecting to have happen here is essentially just we'll hold as long as we can, but it's going to be bad. Thankfully, I do have a call here to take command of these men. So I can have them see off the cavalry there. I do have this gunboat here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the gunboat to sea. And then what I can go ahead and do is tell that to bombard. Oh, I can't actually. Not an offensive posture. Well, it is an offensive posture. It's a gunboat. It's a river monitor squadron. How much more offensive do you want it to be? I don't know. Maybe it can't do it right now. But once it gets out to the sea there, well, into the river system, into the confluence, I should say, then we might be able to have it support our forces there. Yeah, we're going to launch a counterattack over here. What I went to, I was going to have the army take command, but the issue is the army commander. He's not activated right now, and there are some very, very troubled troops over here. Like, their cohesion is extremely low. I do have some supply heading out here, as well as some support units to help them rebuild. I do have this corps over here, and this army commander that I would like to be an army commander one day. But it's time to work with it as is, really. So yeah, we're working with that right now. We are going to launch a limited counterattack over here. So, well, I say limited, I'm going to hope it succeeds. But it's a defensive posture with concerted attack. It's about 72,000 men, but about six divisions here are... Oh, that puts me over. That's why I didn't do it. Okay. Yeah, I also did put the sort of the artillery in here. The artillery is extremely low in cohesion. It's like almost zero, or practically zero in cohesion. So I'm not too sure how it's going to perform, but I think it's worthwhile having just some guns in there. Maybe they contribute, maybe they don't, but at least it's some artillery nonetheless. So we have that there. I'd like to have him take all command, but at the end of the day, I'll just have him in here just to help out. So we do have 6 Jaeger divisions there, as well as support units and supply, and a little bit of artillery, so hopefully could actually drive him back. Now, Brusilov, make sure they're marching there. Yeah, Brusilov did take casualties on the first attack over here. And then the turn after, I think it's taken about 20-odd thousand casualties each time. And then the turn after, which was obviously the fight this turn, took another few thousand casualties. Was that the Brusilov? Oh, that was the Serbians attacking over here. Thankfully, we did hurt them a little. Not enough, but enough just to make it, yeah, worthwhile. We are going to have to get reinforcements down here soon enough. And we did have our infantry division over there. Well, our corps there destroy the cavalry, which is very nice. It's very handy to be able to destroy cavalry. It does take them time to rebuild it. Yeah, so you can see over here then, so Brusilov's army took just shy, I mean almost 18,000, just almost 19,000 casualties. We took 21, but yeah, at the end of the day we do have the Jaegers. This army has fought now in about 2 or so battles straight. So I'm hoping that they're going to be very low in cohesion. They were forced to withdraw as well, so they did take hits on retreat. But I'm hoping that his cohesion is beginning to break. The good news is that once we do move into the actual hills, we'll fight... Yeah, as you can see here, Alpine Jaeger Tactician. So... +1 initiative and +1 discipline for all infantry if active in hills, wooded areas, wooded hills, mountains, or alpine. So this is hills over here, so we'll gain that bonus. So these guys are currently discipline 8. They should be discipline 9 in this area here then, which should hopefully make a difference. I mean, they're like pretty much like guards at that point there then, which is very useful. Now, I have ordered a pretty big offensive over here. I was and ahhing about this, but the cohesion they have is okay. And I do want to try and, at the end of the day, it's not guaranteed that I'll even be attacked here. I do have a supply depot set up here this turn. It's not taking anything in, but there is a depot there. I do have this second army over here. So this is the army of Rudolf Ritter von Brudermann. So he's controlling the cavalry and some infantry over here. I was going to have them both march at the same time, but this army would arrive beforehand. So what I decided to do is make sure it sits here on top of the supply depot to keep that locked down. I do also have this army here too to make sure we have this supply line open. There is this Russian corps here that I'll deal with in the future. It appears like he had aircraft over here, but I may not have spotted them, but it's indicating there were aircraft here. I'm not too sure on that one. But I have also ordered forward the army of Conrad. So you can see we have 115,000 men, 792 cannon. A lot of this is medium and heavy artillery. We also do have our armoured cars in here. So we do have these large heavy artillery brigades. I do have a second army over here, which is smaller of course, but it is also packing heavy artillery. So you can see there we have 2 regiments of heavy artillery, a brigade of heavy artillery over here, and then another brigade of heavy artillery, and then a regiment of heavy artillery. So indeed they're moving in there. Supply is quite limited. I'm going to go ahead and give these guys supply just to make sure they have it. They should get a bonus from having that then. Let me go ahead and have this supply. I mean both supply. Might as well keep the one in there just to make sure they have that. But I'll go ahead and have that move back to Lemberg. Right, like so. Have a move to Lemberg, take on supplies. I'm going to go ahead and swap this corps. Well, in fact, yeah, they can go there. This corps can go over here as well. So what I'm hoping to do here then is, because we do have our Austrian corps, this army of Conrad and this supporting army are both going to be there in a day. I'm hoping that I can get the drop on this Russian army over here. And there are quite a few Russian armies in the area, but I think, well, if I'm launching 2 attacks here at the same time, maybe I can try and break the Russians, or will break. Either way, someone's going to be taking casualties here today. But the good news is, I don't think he can use more than 1 gas attack per turn, so that's good for us. I decided to go ahead and rebuild the army over here. Oh, it looks like I didn't save what I was doing, so damn it, I have to redo that again. That's annoying. I should have saved it before I left, damn it. Alright, well that's a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, it is what it is. I'll just have to rebuild them then. So since you was going to go ahead and do then, let's see. You can have about 4 commanders per army, generally. Well, 4 full corps per army. I do love, I mean, we have our upgrades now for the infantry, so our tech level has increased now. So the infantry do look absolutely amazing, and their power has increased, their protection has increased. So this is really good for us. I mean, like last turn, we didn't have that technology, we didn't have that tech level, but like now, we actually are on par with the Entente in terms of capability, really, of our infantry. So I'm very, very happy about that. It means that we'll be taking less casualties now, so that's a good thing for us. So let's go ahead and organize these gents over here. So I'll do 2-2. I do need more medium artillery. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm not missing any of the chat here. Yeah, I do especially need more artillery, medium artillery. But we do have the ability to start producing infantry divisions now. Looks like he can be... Oh, okay. I thought he could be promoted there for a second. What are your objectives in the east for 1915? Reconvince Kiev, victory in the Caucasus, or beating down his armies? I think what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to finish up with the Polish campaign here. I think what I'd like is... We'll obviously need to take this fortress and this fortress, but that shouldn't take too long. I do have a corps heading out this way and a corps heading... Well, that corps already there, besieging it. I'm going to aim to try and take Brest. It's an interesting one though, but I'm going to see if I can isolate the Russian army over here to Brest. If we could isolate it, that would be really nice. That'd be a pretty big thing there. I really do worry about the army of von Kluck. It's low on cohesion, but I'm hoping it will recover. We do have a depot being built here, and we're also going to be building up the, well, repairing the rail line. I kind of regret breaking the rail line now, but hey ho. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and aim for these. I mean, you can see that we have objective on Brest and Rono. And then what I'm going to be doing here is, I've decided to, I did decide to order them back. I'm going to have these corps move back. The reason for that is they've done a grand old job here. And I want to go ahead and just concentrate my forces now. So yeah, what I wanted to here then is to have a rail line. I want to have the option to be able to punch into Vilna. It looks like he's got the another army over there, so he's got strong forces over here. So what I'm thinking about doing is... I don't know, it's an interesting one, really. He's got a lot of force over here. But really, just to answer your question, the idea is going to be that we just take Poland, take these fortresses, and just secure this area here, and then we can begin to push deeper into the interior. I need to defeat the Russians in battle. That's going to be ideal. But we still have a good number of Russians over here in this area. We're going to be engaging the Russians heavily this turn with the Austrians. We're going to be fighting 3 battles with the Austrian armies this turn. We're going to be fighting another battle over here as well. I do, of course, need to destroy this... well, I need this fortress to surrender. Eventually, they will surrender. I'm moving a corps over here as well, so I can start besieging Lomza. And then what I'll go ahead and do is just probably move a super heavy artillery over here and just get that done. Once I do have this rail line link over here to Rozan, that'd be really nice too. I'm going to go ahead and split this army and have another army head down here and just give us that support over there. In case it does decide to get bold and attack us, then at least I do have a supporting army. We have this corps over here which is taking control of the area, so I can have a rail link over here. So this would be nice to have, but we already have this now. If I can establish a link between Warsaw and Bielorussk, that'd be nice. And then we'll be looking good. But yeah, if we can win the battles over here against the Russians, I'm going to have to set up supply depots as well and then recover. But if I can win the battles in Martinkal and Rono, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the Russians. Like, Plumber has a large army over here, but I can keep that in check. But it's like right down here, he's not in as much strength and he's taking losses. If we can win over here, that'd be really good too. Retake an objective would be fantastic. We're going to have the Romanians join the war in about 3 turns or so. The Ottomans have made an amazing gain over here. So this is it. If I can just put as much pressure on the Russians as possible, that'd be amazing. I do have the Von Leto Corps moving out this turn. So they're going to disembark in Abo, however you want to pronounce it. And we do have a fleet moving over here as well. Yeah. Let's put them on offensive to make sure they bombard. But yeah, we're going to be moving out there with the High Seas Fleet. We'll be there for 6 days. Alright. I'm a little worried about they won't go out this turn, but it says additional node order is activated for this force, which will disembark in Abo, however you want to pronounce it. So I'm hoping that they will move out this turn and move into there. I really well hope so, but we'll have a fleet over there, so hopefully they disembark. What role will the Romanians play? Will you send their main strength against Russia or Serbia? Well, it's going to be an interesting one, really. I've never played with the Romanians on my own side, so I'm not too sure how much strength they're going to have. I'm not too sure on that one. I think we'll take a look at what objectives there could be over here. And there's like Ismail on the front. There's Kishinev. There's a couple cities over here that I'd like to go ahead and take. I think a main objective would be to take Odessa if I could do. I know this is a bit off topic. What are you looking at? What you're looking at currently, but I had been... Alright, okay. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah. I get what you mean there, Brooke. Yeah, I do have Marines already here too, which is quite good. I was thinking maybe about landing here or something like that, but it's not super easy. We'll have to see. But I was thinking that if we could land over here and cut the rail line with the Marines, then at least that makes it far harder for them to move more men into this area. I was thinking that if I can get over here and cut this rail line, then cut the rail line here, then any Russian force over in this area is just, it's not going to arrive. Well, easily anyway, they'd have to march across this way. Like, this one would be a good one to cut, because I could actually just... There's a mountain here as well. I could just sit here. I'd have to get some supply, but yeah, I could use the Marines, get in there, cut that line. If the Marines go, the Marines go, but it's worth cutting the rail line and making it harder for Russian forces to either evacuate or to reinforce, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah. I think with the Romanians then, I'm not too sure how much they're going to have, really, in terms of force, but I think what we'll try and do is secure these northern cities, well, these cities on the border here. Oh, is it Bessarabia? Yeah, these Bessarabian cities. And then if I could move on to Odessa, that'd be fantastic. Odessa is a big objective, and that would be nice. There's also Vinitsa, however you want to pronounce it, over here in the north. It'd be very good, though, for us, because it means I could have a force over here to reinforce the Austrian push over here as well. Just be really good. Yeah, securing that flank pretty much. Taking out Serbia, yeah. I'm thinking with the Serbs, it does come down to the fact that I really don't know exactly what to expect from Romania. We will have Bulgaria in a couple turns. What I might be leaning towards is essentially, once we have Bulgaria, go for then the offensive into Serbia, sorry. We'll see. I'm going to see if I can try and draw him out. I don't know, maybe he'll bite over here, but at the end of the day, he knows that Romania's joining soon. He knows that Bulgaria's joining soon. He knows that the Serbian position is really going to become untenable very soon. So we'll see what happens. If he overextends into Austria to fight is okay, it's going to come at a cost. I might be able to then use that to get men down. But frankly, I'm not too sure what to expect from the Romanian military. I'm not entirely sure. So I really can't give too many details, as I just don't know what to expect from them, really. These guys are just here to secure control of the rail line. I'll have them retreat then afterwards. It gives us important information over here as well, so that's quite handy. But yeah, what I'm going to go ahead and do then is... It depends really. Do I want an army of Hindenburg? I think at the end of the day, he's going to see that the army of Hindenburg's here and he may not attack today. So if I move them out, that's okay. So I do want to have that Hindenburg... Yeah, I think we'll have the Hindenburg army move south. And be in a position to support. I do love the fact that we have our upgrades now. Just makes such a big difference. Yeah, more meat is more meat. Yeah, exactly. Alright, let me see here. I'm going to have like... well, actually, you can go in there. So I'm full up on divisions here, really. At least I believe so. Yeah, we're at 49 out of 54, so I think that's about it for this army. This army under Hindenburg is very, very good. So what I'm going to go ahead and do then is have this army here. I'm really tempted to have it move on Vilna, but the only thing is... I don't know, it would make sense, but I think for this turn, until the weather actually improves, I think I'm going to have the army moved over here. I mean, at least it does support Von Kluck if something happens. It supports us in this area here, really. The Great Russian Retreat of 1915 is handling this game. You know, I'm not too sure. I was talking with Plumber last night and just giving him ideas about like how I would play the Russians and I said to him, I think you should have retreated sooner. I said, had I been playing the Russians, I think you really have to just accept that you have to fight for certain areas, but then you have to really know when to withdraw because you're going to lose too much in national morale, you're going to lose too much in men, really, or initiative. And I think this is the difficult part for playing Russia, is it's like there's so many objectives over here that the Central Powers can take. And I did say to him, like, he's playing well. He's just also facing the perfect storm of a offensive Austria, offensive Germany. Alex was unfortunate in choosing the French defensive plan, which really worked against him there, so we've not had to withdraw armies that I was expecting to withdraw. So I said to him, you've done well, and I said people are going to love to see that side. People always love seeing the side where you have the underdog, because the Russians are the underdog in this situation. But I said to him, even with that, you've fought very well, and it's never been easy for us. So I said, don't even worry about it, you're doing amazing. And it's true though, isn't it? It's true. Right, hopefully he doesn't attack us this turn, but if he does, at least we do have prepared response. I think he's done a great job. Right, perfect here actually. Yeah, so they can continue to hold here. I think I may have been able to give them a little bit more in the way of artillery, but we'll see. At least these guys can support over here. But yeah, in terms of the retreat, I'm not too sure. I'd assume it doesn't particularly cover it all that well. I guess it's just like up to the player. Well, that's a good question to ask. There we are. Just had to redo what I was going to do, but that's okay. Yeah, so we'll have Hindenburg move down here. Hindenburg's up to strategic rating 7 now, actually, which is really impressive. Ah, that's good to know there, Wesley. I think there's a lot of things that really combine to make this a good series. The fact that, like, you do have the historical scenario, you have, like, World War One, and we've been able to change that. We've got things going on. We've got nations joining the Central Powers that didn't join, and it's well, I mean, we had a Verdun over here, which was terrifying. It's been really interesting so far. And obviously, once we do have the British join the war next turn, it's going to continue to heat up. And we'll see what happens. I did have somebody comment about trying to gain the Italians, and I do agree it probably would be worth trying to do, actually, or even just keep them out of the war, really. We maxed out the heavy artillery production this turn, so there's going to be no more German heavy artillery being produced. I think I'm probably going to go ahead and produce Ottoman heavy artillery. But we'll see. It probably wouldn't hurt just to make sure that Romania, Bulgaria, and the Ottomans have at least one regiment of heavy artillery. And then it just means that wherever I send the main army, there's at least some heavy artillery to help out with the siege there. But yeah, I think we're doing well. But yeah, it'd be really good. Like in the future, we can also try out additional AGEOD games. But I think it'd be nice to have a couple series, a couple seasons to end our wars, actually. I think it's that kind of game where it could lend itself well to that. I've been talking to Jochen Heiken. I need to ask him how the hell he pronounces his name. I need to ask him to make it an acronym. I just make it JH. We'll go with JH. I've been talking to him about trying out the game. I think playing Civil War 2 play by emails would be really good too. It feels nice. I mean, this is where kind of I started. Like I mentioned when I did the Twendor Wars stream as like a mini to show the game off. This was a game that really got me into doing YouTube. It was a content creator by the name of Pew Pew Choo Choo playing Twendor Wars that really made me think, wow, I really want to try that. And here we are. So it's nice. It's like a homecoming. Right. So in terms of what we have here, we do have cash. We have engagement points, and we're behind on infantry, not so behind on artillery. But I think what I'm going to go ahead and do here is probably work with some research here. Yeah, Revolution Under Siege would be interesting. A lot of those games do suffer from instability, but it'd be interesting to try them out. Well, I'm glad that you guys like that idea. Right, so what I'm going to go ahead and do here is we'll take George Bruchmuller. So 250 state funds, 75 points towards artillery. And I'll go to research. It does cost me quite a bit. And I'll do infantry. I don't think I can afford anything else right now. So we'll go for that. We'll go for infantry and artillery. I could arguably do artillery and artillery. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do we go for double artillery research this turn? It depends, I guess. I don't know. Ah, yeah. Yeah, Revolution Under Siege is great. Has an amazing soundtrack, and it would be quite interesting to take a look at that. I think I'll take a look at that later today, then, and see how that would be. Yeah, not very well covered on YouTube, indeed. Yeah, the Italian concessions are nice. It's just, it's expensive. There is a price to pay. And it's a price I may be willing to pay in the future, but at this moment in time, it's just too expensive. I think because we do have enough, I probably will go ahead and send a diplomat over to Italy then. Maybe we'll get lucky there, that'd be nice. If I could bring it to 50-50, that'd be okay. And just try from there. We'll go with that. So I've got state funds and some war supply left here. If you're going all in on artillery, do it. Yeah, that's not a bad thing, actually. That's not a bad thing. We do obviously have a lot of heavy artillery, don't we? Yeah. See, the massive bombardment there unlocks an improved howitzer model, which obviously we do have there. Existing units are upgraded, but the elements... Okay. Yeah. Air is an interesting one as well, because at level 3 we have close air support. We'll probably move to level 2 next turn, which will give us a new fighter model, which will be quite nice. Will definitely help us not get our asses kicked there. Yeah, okay. I think double artillery makes a good deal of sense there. Like, as you guys say, it is working to what we have. We do have... I mean, I think once we have, like, Roar's... however you want to pronounce it, Roar's Assault Battalion, then I could work there. We also do have Oscar. We could maybe move in that direction and move fairly quickly then. But we'll go with that then. Oops, I keep pressing the wrong bloody one here. Right, so we've got 75 there. Alright, we're going to the artillery research then. We're probably going to have chemicals soon. But yeah, we'll have a big swing then in artillery. Yeah, exactly. Railroad guns are interesting because it's like technically we do have super heavy artillery already, and that is named as railroad guns. I don't know, maybe... I mean, they say over here railroad guns, so I'm not sure. Maybe it just means that we have more availability. Hard to say. Wow, you know what? We can only produce 2 more Austrian heavy artillery brigades here. 3 for the Ottomans. Wow, we really have done quite a lot there for the artillery pool. I've not built them, so maybe it counts it when you take them from the fortresses, which would probably make sense. I don't know actually about that. 8 more medium artillery brigades, regiments I should say. Probably max out the Austrian medium artillery and then max out the German medium artillery. We'll see. I may consider producing field artillery. It's not bad. It's... Do I have a unit of field art? I think they have a command cost of 1. Something like that. I think they cost 1 command point, so I'm not too sure if it's worth it. Yeah, make super duper heavy artillery. Yeah, we'll be doing that podcast soon enough. Plumber's back, but he did the turn very early, so I got the turn on here. We can get it planned for ideally sometime this week, really. That'd be quite nice. Alright. So we do have munitions underway. I did note that Alex is producing more munitions over here at Dijon and over here at Reims, which is interesting. I do wonder what's going to happen. I did say I was very surprised I didn't use gas last turn, but it says he's waiting for the right opportunity. I'm hoping that opportunity comes when we have even deeper trench levels, but yeah. I do feel for Alex, it's very difficult to break this line in the west. Very difficult. But this line does need development. It definitely is crying out for more medium artillery, crying out probably for more infantry divisions. And I still don't know if I want to produce divisions. I know I said I would, I don't know. I'm just so stingy, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it off producing divisions this turn. I think what I'd rather be able to do is like produce 2 divisions and then produce this, like the artillery alongside them. So if I could produce, like, maybe I can go ahead and try and commit to, like, 2 divisions and 2 artillery regiments a turn, something like that. I don't know. I just want to make sure that they're properly supported. There's a number of ways we could go about mobilization. I did have it in mind to maybe save up to build 83 divisions at once and raise 1 million men, because that would be hilarious, but, you know. We're still doing well fiscally. I mean, we haven't taken any state funds on, so inflation's at 0. Conscript pool's looking very healthy and gaining more war supply. Once we get the Romanians and the Bulgarians, we'll gain more, which will be very good. Eventually, Wesley. Eventually, but that day is not today. And I think we're okay with where things are. So I think I will go through to the next turn. I just need them to capitulate. Did I get anything about them under siege? Yeah, sieging, but achieve nothing this month. They'll break eventually. Alright. Oh dear, okay. Let's go ahead and progress forward then. Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea then, Brooks. Null says, wait for stormtroopers. That speaks to me. Yeah. Unlocks assault troop units. That's a good point as well, actually. I don't know if I can last that long, but I guess we'll see about that. Oh, by the way, the Russians are down to 77 morale. I'm hoping that I can take them lower this turn. The Western Entente is at 85. I mean, we're at 94, but I really do need a big boost on morale. Like, victory level's 150. I mean, we're the closest right now, but it's some distance away. Defeat level is 5, so it's sometime before the nations would break in that way. But, yeah, I would like to have some victories. I'm hopeful about this, so let's see how it goes. But the British will be joining this turn, so hold on to your hats. It's about to get wild. And like I said, I should have had the High Seas Fleet patrolling and just blockading the Atlantic shipping lanes against the French, but I got a little bit... Oh, okay, that's not good. Well, hopefully that can be fixed. Ah, that's not good. Did I save it before? Ah, I should have saved it before. Oh, it's doing something? Okay, that's not good. I don't know what it's going to do. Oh, no, it crashed. Damn it. Ah, I hope we can fix that. Did I save? I bet I didn't bloody save again, did I? God fucking damn it. Okay, that's the first time I've had a crash there. Ouch. Hopefully we can go forward from this point. Alright. Let me take a look. Did I name the turns wrong or something of that nature? I think they're good to go. I don't know. Let's see. I'm hoping it saved, because that would be annoying if it didn't. If it didn't, then it didn't. I'll just have to... I saved? Ah, thank fuck for that. Alright, yeah, okay. That's good. Alright, okay. Let's hope it lets us do it. I did save, okay. Right, what did it get to when it crashed last time? Ah, no. What I'm going to go ahead and do here then is just add these saves from the other guys again. Ah, that's no good, is it? I hope we can fix this. I'm going to go ahead and just add the save from the guys again. Maybe there's something I did wrong there. And, yeah. If not, then I guess I'll have to just ask on the forum for help, if there's anybody even there anymore. I don't know. If that does, I don't know. We'll see. I'm just adding the saves again here. Maybe that makes a difference. Strange though, because we had good luck and then good success and then no issues for such a long time. Let me see. Right, so I've added them again. Let's relaunch the game here. Yeah, game has interrupted us. I don't know, we'll see. Right. Let's go ahead and reveal the game here. Alright, okay. I don't know. If it crashes again, then I guess we'll have to figure that out. Crossing my fingers here. Keeping them crossed. Thank fuck for that. Okay, so what I did there was added the saves again. Okay, so we've seen a Russian corps there. Yeah, he's trying to move reinforcements there. Looks like they're moving to Erevan. I told this guy to go ahead and retreat when it was engaged. So yeah, he did. Oh fucking hell, that's 150,000. Yeah, good on assault too. So yeah, he pushes us back there. Oh, we do have. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's a nice victory. A very low-key victory, but a good victory there. But just first of all, can I just say I'm so glad that the game is actually working. Oh, thank God for that. Okay, so we do have the army of Conrad von Hotzendorf, 7,277 infantry, lost 250 cavalry there, or horses at least 18 guns, 564 artillery, 226,000, but we inflict 16,000 casualties. That was a pretty nice victory for us, clear but snow, so that's good. We do push that army back. Maybe we might see additional battles there in the day. Let's see, you've seen a corps over here. We are moving towards this position. Russians have moved in here. Oh, we do have another battle. Yes. We win the second battle of Kars. And you can see why. We had 174,000 men in position here. Excellent. Yeah, so you can see the 8,200 losses there for the Russians, but we do hold on to Kars yet again. He knows that seriously is... Oh, there's a Tsar! Huzzah for the Tsar! Okay, another victory there. 3,000. Very nice. Infantry brigade. Are these infantry or militia? I'm not too sure. They may just be... I think they may be infantry and they've upgraded. But yeah, 3,000 losses here. That goes very well then. So we do force that army... Well, that corps basically our position. It loses quite a bit of strength there, almost half of its strength, which is not good for them. Right, so he does move out of force. He is moving actually towards Von Kluck, it seems. So having Hindenburg move to the south is good. Right, are the French going to go for Gyas this turn? Who knows? Right, we do have our fleet over here bombarding. I don't know if we'll have the unload take place at Abo. I'm not sure. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, that'd suck. The Japanese landed over here at Qingdao. Additional heavy artillery arriving over here. Moving to Nancy. Tenry Hill. He keeps reinforcing his position. The French are actually pretty strong. He's built a lot of men. Right. I'm hoping that we'll have another battle or two here today. We're due some, I think, towards the end. Ah, here we go, yep. Von Kluck and Hindenburg assists. Yeah, they're... Oh. Okay, so it did work out very well to have Hindenburg move to the south there. So the army of Hindenburg arrived in time to assist Alexander von Kluck, and we do actually score another victory here against the Russians. So we had 100,000 Russians, we had 343,000 Germans here, 1,700 units of artillery, super heavy artillery in here, medium artillery, light artillery, every kind of artillery you can shake a stick at. And yeah, he does have good stuff in here. Look, I always forget that. That's really annoying that the Russian medium and howitzer regiments look the same, because I always think, oh, it's got lots of heavy artillery. And he does have heavy artillery here, but it just, this looks, yeah, anyway. He'll have more in here, but yeah, that's a good victory for us there. And he moved in here defensively, so he wanted to test us, but it looks like we had an offensive order? Did I forget to change it? I don't know. Either way, we had an offensive order there. There's battle given, and we win. A second follow-up battle here against the Corps. Very nice, over 10,000 casualties. Not a good day for the Russians here today in the snowy east. But that's good, that secures our position. Oh, he moved in over here, interesting. Ooh, that did not go well for him. 13th, we're going to have another day over here against Brusilov. Here we go, we have a battle. Yeah, the Battle of Dubno fought. And there's another victory here for Eugene von Osterreich. 7,482 casualties. I mean, we have 1,300 guns. We have 10 times the number of guns he has there. And oddly, I don't know. I've said this to Plumber before, that sometimes I don't know why, but we lose the exact same number of cavalry and guns, and I can't figure out what would cause that. But yeah, there we go. There we go. So we do have another victory here, Eugene von Osterreich, and we do win the field of Dubno here today. So I can besiege the fortress. Yep, we do. Right, he moved in over here, but I moved my corps back. Yeah, we've taken the field at Dubno. That's very good. The Russians have been pushed back over here, but they've been pushed here. Right, we are seeing more Russian forces arrive over here at Kars, and we're going to see a battle against Brusilov. May not actually take place today. Oh, he's actually withdrawn! Huzzah! We've taken Chinowitz back. Excellent, so we retake an objective here today. The army of Brusilov has been thrown back. I don't think we've had gas used against us today, but I'm not too sure. Ah, that's a great day. And even better, the turn actually works. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. The British will join, of course, here today, but I'm pretty happy that's a good day for us. Another bad day on the Eastern Front. Hopefully I can actually take some more national morale away. Oh, excellent. Still up to 94, damn. I was hoping that we'd have more. We increased support in Romania. Unsurprising. Looks like we didn't increase it in Bulgaria then. Yeah, it went up to 84, so we failed here today, unfortunately. We failed in Italy. Wow, okay, he didn't put the diplomat there. I thought I was going to put the diplomat there, so we have one more turn. Yes, Alex! Yes! Thank you! Wow, we shot up to 40% there on the artillery. We're still not up to freaking level 2 on gas. But we are at level 2 on aviation, but we are up there on artillery now. If they can continue to boost artillery, that could actually really help us out. We've actually got a 30% lead there in artillery. Alex is leading 20% on infantry. The Entente's leading me on 20% by infantry then, but we're leading 30% on artillery there, so that's quite a good boost. But thank you, Alex. That means that we have one more turn. The British will join next turn, but not this turn. The Japanese did join today, but there's not jack shit I can do about that. The Romanians boosted another 3% there, so the Romanians will very likely be in the war in about 2 turns. I wish we had more support for the Bulgarians, but yeah, we're going to have them soon. Yeah, unsuccessful. Yeah, so begins the siege over here. And this will hold out fairly well, actually. There's quite a few guns over here. Yeah. Not that many men, but they'll hold out. And it's a pretty large Japanese fleet there. Jinsue, Karamura, Kagayaki. Kageaki. Okay. I love how the support for the war in Japan's already decreasing, but alright. Let's see. I need to get some bloody supply over here to Higland. Heligoland. Because I'm going to bloody lose that, because I don't have supply. Pain in my ass. I'm moving a boat over here, but I need to get some supply to get it over there. It says it should move it there by ship, but it's not bloody doing it. Right, let's see then. So the Russians moved in over here with a core. We managed to, yeah, he moved in over here with forces too. We managed to preempt that. We did have an engagement over here. I will go ahead and destroy the rail line once again. It looks like a Russian force moved in over here. That's what it appeared to be. I don't know if it... I think it was this army. Oh, hell yeah, the Japanese can come to Europe. I fully expect to see Japanese boots in Western Europe pretty soon. Or even Eastern Europe. But yeah, we'll be seeing the Japanese soon. The weather's still not amazing. There's a bit of a dividing line here in weather. But we did win a victory over here. The army of Conrad's in good shape. Okay. Eugene von Osterreich's army is obviously lacking on... Because of its mobility, your force can penetrate neighbouring areas. Oh, okay. Interesting. See, that's the thing as well. If you have cavalry, I believe, or at least a very large force, yeah, because of its mobility, your force can penetrate neighbouring areas which are at least 3% military controlled. Zone of control points generated by your possessions, 52 evasion points in your force. Zone of control. Oh, okay, so we have greater zone of control than the armies nearby. So I think we're actually projecting a zone of control out here. But yeah, the Russians did take a bit of a pace in here today. I really need to deal with this force, but we do have a depot behind us, behind Eugene von Osterreich. There's only a little bit of supply there, but it does mean at least supply is closer at hand. We do importantly have the rail line here. So yeah, we have our force. Our force is very heavily discombobulated, but I could at least move it in a Spartan army there. But they could be pushed back if he uses gas, but we'll see what happens there. I'd love to order an assault on the Citadel, but it's not worth it right now. But look at that, we retake Chenowitz, how are we going to pronounce it? So all Austrian objectives have been retaken. That's not going to be looking good for the Tsar today. He does have cavalry here, but I can attack that. Our force over here, yeah, you can see they've recovered somewhat. Cohesion's definitely recovered there. Very nice. Yeah, I can't wait to see Banzai charge against the West Wall. Yeah, exactly. It's never going to happen. Did I order an attack over here? Oh, I must have forgotten to order the attack. And he's pillaging my region. Hang on, that son of a bitch might have stolen my aircraft because of that. Son of a bitch. I think he might have, actually. Right. I do have my river boats over here. And still don't want to bombard. I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe I have to be in range of the enemy to bombard? I don't know. But he's not gotten pretty over here. I would like to have that city retaken, actually. He's moving back to Sarajevo. There's not much I can really do. He's going to take Sarajevo. He takes Sarajevo. He takes Sarajevo. I need to look up that rule. So they haven't moved. But they should move. Hang on a tick. Oh, fuck me. The core's not there. Ah, fucking hell. I don't know, maybe I've got to manually order them out there. Oh, it might have been because of the mining ships? God damn it. Alright, they'll arrive next turn then. Right, at least we know they're definitely on the way now. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're good to go then. Right, there we go, we learned a lesson there. That glowing symbol. Oh, that means it's blockaded. I do wonder what went on with the fleet over here then. I do wonder what we did to it. I think there was some gunfire exchange, but I'm not too sure. Brandenburg. Yeah, some besieging over here. Interesting. But that's quite good for us here today, then. The von Kluck army has been able to regain some cohesion this turn. So that does help out quite a lot. But yeah, having Hindenburg arrive here, very, very good. The von Kluck is a little exposed, so I should probably move those corps back over there. Yeah, he's retaken the rail line. He recognised there's a threat there. But that was good. That was a good turn for us, actually. Yeah. Obviously, we'll get pushed back over here. But he may come to regret that in the future. We'll see. I do have cavalry over here. The good news is we have information here, so it's okay. Yeah, it's got a core over there. And at this point, I could potentially assault over here, or I could continue to push north. I could really do both if I wanted to be honest. Yeah, put that core in there. It's just an issue of supply. But this arm is looking really solid, actually. I mean, the thing is, it's like they moved here via rail. We already had control here, so yeah, very little supply, sorry, very little cohesion disruption there. I may have this army either move to the north or just use to assault here. They do have some artillery, which is useful. Yeah, but this has worked out really well, really well. It's quite amusing, isn't it? It's like he used the gas over here for the first time, and then just we've been able to reverse the situation. And we've been able to drive him out, so this is it. He did say that this was one place he didn't really want to use gas, and he only had that option. So they take 13 hits after retreating as well. Yes, I think it's this army. Yeah. I think really what I'd want to go ahead and do then is either continue pushing towards Karl, or we'll see, we'll decide what we want to do here. But the army of Conrad is in great shape. But yeah, he's not going to be happy about this. I ride in Lublin. Oh, right, yes, I see. Yeah, this works out really well. I can't exactly see what's going on here. I tell you what I can go ahead and do then. Let's go to... I forget which one is the map. F7, okay. Let me go ahead and hide friendly stacks. And you can see that the Russians there are very low in cohesion. There's Russians here, Russians here. Honestly, the sheer fact that we managed to get into cars has just so completely blown open the defenses there. It's just, I don't think he can recover. I don't think he can recover that. And we do have active commanders over here as well. I just don't think he can come back from the situation now, to be honest. Supply is obviously running out, so what I'm going to go ahead and do then is just take the supply that's running out, have it sent over here. Alright, there we are. And there's additional support over here. I really wish I could build a depot here. Like, just having a depot here would make such a difference, but I can't. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do then is issue an attack order. And then possibly the turn after I could issue like an assault order. But I think the fact is like the Russian defense over here of the Caucasus is just in a bit of disarray right now, and I don't know what they can do about that. Right, we're about to turn out from arriving here. I really want to build a bloody depot here, but there's not much I can do about that. Do have some more cavalry over here. Our forces are at least positioned here. And like I said, I think it's just going to be maybe cavalry. It depends on how much supply is used by them, to be honest. He's a 2-2. He's a strong disciplinarian, which is very good. Troop quality, increased fatigue recovery. Okay. He's hard to catch, which is useful. That could be a useful thing to have there. Now, how long would that supply last? 10 per turn. There's not much of a difference there, is there, really? Speed fast. Speed fast. Speed fast. Interesting. I don't know. Really, I just need more supply down here. We'll have rail lines here in 1916. That's some time away. I think really what will have happen then is just have some sort of skirmishing, really. Or could I build a depot here? I need to look it up, but maybe you need more than one supply. I think you may need 2. I need to double check that. I think it might be something like that. In which case I do want to go ahead and actually build more to have sent down there. I'll just send it from elsewhere. But no, we're doing really well. Doing really well. That was a very good turn for us. I don't think there was gas usage. Yeah. Here we go, yeah. Fleet arrived. Fleet has bombarded the hangar redoubt. Landed 6 hits and suffering 15 hits from return fire. I think it just hit the torpedo division here. But I'm pretty okay with that. We don't have that much ammunition though. At the end of the day, it weakens his power here, so I'm okay with that. It's a shame that we didn't land. I really wanted to land this turn. Wow, they took a lot of hits here. Yeah, Eastern Entente Sicilian retreat from a battle. Oh, so they did attack here then. Yeah, so it looks like they attacked here at day 11 hour 2, but they took 37 hits on retreat. That's a huge amount of hits. Did they fall back here? But it looks like it was this army here. Someone is off. Someone, I don't know. Anton Salzer. Not too sure. But we took barely any casualties there. I mean, that was a overmatch. Yeah, that was an overmatch. The weather's still poor, but at least we're doing better now. I do have a depot over here as well. Yeah, there's depots all along here, actually, which is useful. Yeah, we took this last turn, so you can see that we actually do have a solid depot here now, which is very good. So it just means there is more supply stockpiled in this area now. I really need more depots here, but I'm very happy with that. Oddly enough, they didn't attack. Maybe they couldn't catch them. But we have repaired the rail line here, and I would like to order an attack on that. At least I want it to go ahead. They're still in here. Eventually they'll starve to death. Or give up. So it took 800 rifles, which means we gained a little bit of war supply. Yeah, 800, so 8 captured war supply here today. Yeah, so they retreat. Ooh, I mean, we've not been making it easy for the Russians. We've not been making it easy. And he is dealing again, like, with the perfect storm, to be honest. Right, Third Army. I think we can only go up to level 1 over here, actually. I think it said level 1 elsewhere. Yeah, so there's level 1 trenches out here, then. But that's still very good for us. Yeah, we do play... Oh, they went for Bolo Pasha. Ah, it's a shame I wanted that. So... was a German artillery officer who had a great influence on the development of modern artillery tactics. Brushmuller's technique emphasized fire and depth throughout the enemy positions. His support included accurate creep and barrage. Interesting. Yeah, that's a shame. So they'll have a spy unit. I've never used spies, so I have no idea how that's going to happen. And we have new aviation models available, so we have new fighters now. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. So how is the Eastern Entente looking morale-wise? Okay, they're back to 75. That's great. Okay. So then each turn they spend under 75 morale is a chance that they gain additional rebel alignment. And if we can take Kars and Erevan, like Kars is an objective, Erevan's an objective, but Erevan's a big objective. But if I can take Kars, which I think I can in the near future, I think we'll have it. Especially as we have another turn at Grace before the British join. That does lessen the risks over here for me. That's good. Alright. Like I said, he'll take Sarajevo, so he'll regain some national or regain something there. Right, additional artillery available. Have it moved over here. It's a shame these are the final heavy regiments we'll see on the Western Front. Unless we can produce more in the future. We spent a lot of war supply doing that. Yeah, ammo is a really big problem. The Ultimate Enhancement mod, which I've not actually been able to successfully get to work right now. When I load it up, it's using the game before it was updated. Like, it's... this, like, we're using version 1.03 as a base, and then, like, there's an unofficial patch that takes it to 1.4. But the, what do you call it? Ultimate Enhancement mod is still using To End All Wars Golden Edition, so it's like, if I could get it to somehow use just the up-to-date edition, that'd be a lot better, but I don't know. Maybe we just have to work with it. Another weird thing is, it's like, I can't see messages here in the message panel, which I don't know how to fix. I really just need to try and see if I can get a contact variant for the mod creator, or just somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. Right, so 3 regiments over here, not sure how long until they're produced. I do need to produce more light infantry, so I can do that. There's replacements here, but I don't know. I think we have enough. I've never seen these replacement numbers actually go down all that much. So either they go much, much further than I actually believed. Yeah, oh, I can actually replace them. Okay. Right. Not that many Turk replacements, but enough. Okay. So what are we at in terms of losses then? So it's 691, the Russians at 758. Okay. So 3,389. Really, it's going to be very interesting when it does come down to the final confrontation between the Central Powers of the Western Entente, really. Okay. The good news is when I get the additional heavy artillery in here, I can put it in no problem. That is a lot of heavy artillery though. I did accidentally count the light artillery in here as well, but that's still a lot of heavy artillery. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we'll have about 19 regiments of heavy artillery. There's actually a brigade in here too, so that counts as 2, but we'll have about 19 regiments of heavy artillery over there, which is a lot of heavy artillery. That's a fucking lot of heavy artillery. So I suppose this is it. It's like maybe we go for level 3 howitzers, and then maybe we could even break the French lines. That'd be interesting. But then again, actually, no, we'll probably get quite a lot, because we really have got quite a good amount of heavy artillery. I'd imagine that the French and the Russians have done the same, but the thing is for them, every time you do it, you do lose a point of national morale. And it's like for the Russians, they can't do it forever, otherwise, yeah, they just get pushed deeper into that hole of revolution. But I'm pretty happy with that. So let's see, do we have any options? I would like a spy, I must say. This is aviation research there. I was thinking about getting both spies last turn, because that would have been useful, but yeah. Right, so it's infantry research. I've only got 6 engagement points over this turn. There's the infantry research here. Did we get chemicals? No, I still don't have chemicals. Fuck's sake. Got the submarines though, which is nice. So I could, I think, have these submarines moved out there now. We'll try it anyway. The scary thing is, next turn there will... Well, really once the British join, so not next turn but the turn after, the blockade will begin, I'd imagine. We're at 23 there, 6 there, 17. Yeah, the Russians are at 7. If we can keep boosting that rebel alignment, then we'll break them. I'm very tempted to kind of... I don't know. I've got our diplomat over in Italy, but it could actually be worth it to try and keep the US out of the war. It depends, really. I don't know, the US is going to bring power there that I can't do anything about it. But it's like, they're going to join fairly late. It depends though, really. Asia and Africa is pretty much theirs. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm surprised that they haven't done all that much over here, but then again, it's just, you have to have them men there. The third Boer story, for that, the Boer War, god, I can't speak there. Let's see. Yeah, the Third Boer War. When Great Britain entered the Great War, it brought its dominions into the war as well, including South Africa. A large number of the Boers who had fought for the British a decade earlier had ancestral ties with Germany and little love for the British. Throughout 1914, loyal South African forces were tied down suppressing revolts that occurred in Boer territory. So Great Britain must be in war. The Third Boer War uprising begins in South Africa. Troops will be required to suppress the rebellion. We also do have the Eastern Rising here. And after January 1st, 1916, I can do that, which will require troops to put down the rebellion in Ireland. Can't wait until we can send Lenin. But Jesus Christ, look at that cost there. 200 state funds, 10 morale, 500 victory points. Like, Jesus. The Russian Revolution event must have occurred. So the Lenin event takes place in Russia. Each turn there's a percentage chance equal to rebel alignment of Russia moving another 1% towards rebel. Yeah, and Eastern Entente losing 1 national morale. Jeez. Rasputin. It's locked right now. I forget when it opens up. But the Tsar takes command event must have occurred. Each turn Rasputin is active, there's a 25% chance of foreign effects. Russia loses 1 engagement point, alignment in Russia decreases by 1. Kornilov. Yeah. Need the Russian Revolution. By the way, there are events for the German and Austrian revolutions. Yeah, I do have the death of Franz Joseph. And it's really nasty, actually. Yeah, automatic event will occur sometime after January 1st, 1916. Alignment in Austria minus 20%. Central powers, national morale minus 10. This is why I'm worried about going too hard on things with national morale. So it's like this would cost me 10 national morale and alignment. I could really quite quickly lose alignment in Austria. Yeah, there you go, the German Revolution. Pretty interesting. The Austrian Mutiny. Austro-Hungarian Revolution. Turkish Revolution. Yeah. Okay. So we have 369 war supply this turn. We gained 696 state funds. We're up to 6,000 conscripts now. Wow. 262 war supply. And we are digging in over here. Level 3 over there now, which is good. Yeah, just digging these men in over here. It just means that we have fallback positions. Over here we have the level 5. I might as well go ahead and put them in there just so they're protected, I guess. I do miss the old divisions. Like when you hover over here, you can see what the divisions look like at first. Of course, now the technology has increased. The capability of the armies have increased as well. I mean, the power of them has increased due to the fact that you have more protection there. This guy's very good being an engineer. Honestly, I think I should have this guy sent to the east. He's a really good siege commander. And if I could go ahead and pair him with the super heavy siege guns, the super heavy guns, sorry, that'd be really useful. I've repaired the rail line over here, by the way. Yeah, like it'd be really useful in places like this, like over here, where I could have had these fortresses blasted open a lot sooner. I could even have him sent over here to the Austrian front, but there's not really a lack of, well, not really a lack of artillery there. I'll have him sent over this way. 30 days. Well, you can see that we do have this rail line active now. Yeah, his force really did take a bit of a beat in there. Not exactly ideal. Okay. So, the decision then. Right, so that is accurate. Dubnow doesn't really have much of a garrison. But if I can, yeah, as you can see here, Eastern Entente 34. If I wait a turn, obviously allow my men to build back up in terms of cohesion, I can get reinforcements in there, no problem. I've got my commander over here. Is this commander actually active now? Fuck me, he's just, like, turn after turn, just been inactive. Pain in the ass. Yeah. I need to get... Oh, we've got supply. We've got... I need to get the munitions in. I need more munitions. These are Russian munitions, in fact. So thank you. Thank you for those munitions. Supply... Over here needs replacing, okay. Yeah, these are Russian supply wagons. Right, so we can go a number of different ways here, really. We could advance to the north. And there's something to be gained there, because it puts us on the doorstep of Cowl. But it does mean I could potentially cut that rail line. Like, if I can cut the rail line here this turn... And to be honest, I just need to have them defend, really, not actually engage. If I could cut the rail line there this turn... And then if I could move to Cowl, then that army over here is now suddenly in a pretty dire... Well, in a difficult situation. And if I did that, that'd be a huge amount of the Russian army. But I don't know, maybe he might choose to withdraw. He might choose to move the forces from Brest over here to Cowl, and then obviously the Austrian armies are going to be in a difficult position as well. It's a tough one, really. Now, alternatively, what I could do here, then, is I could have the army of Conrad moved up over here to Dubno, and then moved over here to Runner. But again, this is it. It kind of gives up... I don't know. I think we continue to push towards, like, Cowl. I guess at the end of the day, that's going to be the pressure point there. Yeah, that'll be the pressure point, if anything. So 10 days... I do have to be somewhat careful here, because at the end of the day, he could move that army down here. But I think if we go forward with a cautious advance, then that's okay. I'll keep this army... I could have this army actually engaged as well, but I think I always want to have something to keep my supply lines protected. Yeah. I do have a core over here as well. To be honest, they don't really need that supply, do they? Bullshit, 14 days. Yeah, Conrad's a good offensive general. It's a good army. There's a good amount of heavy artillery in here. Medium and heavy. I keep my rail line protected here. Just dug into level 2. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get this moved up somewhere. Or in fact, maybe just keep it here. At the end of the day, he does have those bloody cavalry around here that I do need to actually track down. Yeah, so... Let's see. No supply really. It's just a tiny amount here. A little bit of supply there. We're in early April. So we should be due the weather changing soon enough in the near future. I'm not too sure how strong he is over here, actually. I do see the Grenadier Corps is over there. I think that was the one that did manage actually to escape. They did take casualties, but they did eventually escape from us. This corps is an interesting one. I'm not too sure how much supply it has. We'll deal with that in the future, really. Right. So let's take a look then. So we have our new fighters. They look gorgeous. I can actually tell they're fighters now. Right, so we're out of German super heavy artillery. So we're out of German heavy artillery. I wish we were out of German super heavy artillery. My god, having a few more super heavies would be amazing. What should we do? I really am contemplating building some Ottoman heavy artillery, actually. $60 is a long time, however. 45 there. I think we'll produce some Ottoman heavy artillery. I think it's worth doing because at the end of the day, it means I don't really have to bring over some European heavy artillery. But it means I can actually try and besiege positions properly. To be honest, there's not... I don't know. Is it really necessary? It may actually not be necessary. Because there's not really any other fortresses here. Really, this is the only fortress at Kars. And that's why it's such an important gain for us and such an important loss for him. What do you guys think then? Should we cancel the construction of that heavy artillery? Wow, who even am I anymore? I'm talking about cancelling the heavy artillery. Who have I become? Wow. I don't know if it is worth producing actually now. It'd be great, don't get me wrong, it definitely would help, but at the end of the day, I think we are in a good position here. How many losses they take? Yeah, he's lacking artillery. And they do take hits on retreat too, so we inflicted 31 and then they take another few hits on retreat, which definitely helps out. That's a good point there, Alice. It is also always useful to have heavy artillery. We all share ammo. The enhancement mod changes it so every nation has their own resources, but in the base game, the alliances just share their resources, really. It's not a terrible way of doing it. It's an easy way of doing it, really. So yeah, we have a common pool of resources. We are looking pretty strong, though. Let's see. Allegiance. So we have here Middle Europa. Well, the Central Powers, basically. I see Central Powers. We'll have Romania join the bloc in about 2 turns or so. Bulgaria sometime after that. Then once we have Serbia occupied, that'd be great. Maybe I can try and get the Greeks in as well, that'd be amazing. Oh yeah. Now, it's a shame. He's likely going to be tipped off about something in Finland, but at the end of the day, well, it's not too bad. I believe medium artillery would be more useful for the Ottomans, especially fighting over Suez. Yeah, that's true. Heavy artillery in terms of supply requires ammunition. I think it requires more ammunition than medium artillery. In terms of like raw supply usage, it's hard to say. I get the point about the medium artillery. I was considering that actually. I was considering that. Like you can have a riverboat go down here. It's actually pretty useful. Can we see any differences on the Eastern Front? Right, we've seen frozen cities over there. Really, I want like raw numbers. 2 days. It does leave me a little exposed down here, but I don't know if it'll attack. I don't think it would. I don't know, maybe it's worth attacking over here and just dealing with the Russians. If I have this army moved up, it's still supporting. It's only 43,000 men. That's still only 70,000. I think I probably want to engage the Russians here. If I can move the Russians out of this position, I don't need to worry too much. It also does mean that I can start to push back over this way. Lord, give me an active commander. You'll do. Right, so we have 7% control here, so I just need to obviously take control here. But retaking the objective has been great for us. What I need to go ahead and have done now, really, is as soon as I can get men into this position, I'll probably have this army take a position over here at Chernowitz again. I then need to have Jaegers moved, and the question comes down to like where to actually move them. Did he repair the rail lines? Have the repair lines... Sorry, these lines have been opened again, which is odd. Actually, the Jaeger Corps would do great down here. I might have that Jaeger Corps send that way then. To be honest, though, like as we discussed some episodes ago, and I briefly forgot about it actually there for a second, we'll probably want to go ahead and have the Austrian Jaeger Corps moved over to the Ottoman Empire, moved to the Caucasus. It would mean that I could relieve a lot of a lot of Ottoman Turk forces over here in the north, well, in the Caucasus, I should say, and actually have them sent to the Orient or elsewhere in general. They could even be sent into Europe. It's there's a lot of places over here where the Mountaineering Corps could actually be used. Right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cancel the artillery for now. I don't know who I am anymore. I'm just thinking about maybe it might be worth raising... Sorry, God, I'm too many bloody nations. Raising Turkish mountain brigades. They do take quite a long time to raise, don't they? I don't know. Ah, the time has come. The time has come. I'm going to raise some troops, but I'm going to raise them in Austria. I don't know who I am anymore. Are the Germans really that much stronger? No, it's just not listed. Oh, okay. Doesn't list the final values. Right, we're gonna raise more troops. I don't know who I am. It feels wrong, but I am gonna raise them with. Fucking hell, I have to raise it over here. Right, so that's. We're gonna go ahead and just do 2 divisions, 2 artillery, and that's it. There's nothing else. Bloody goddammit, I have to raise them all. It's like freaking whack-a-mole to where I can raise these men. Where the living hell am I at? Wait, why don't I have, Oh, okay, they're just considered... Oh, okay, I guess it's just Austro-Hungarian. Okay. Mother. Okay. Yes, I did combine the Austro... God damn it! I did combine... No, I was still right, actually. Austro-Hungarian. Yeah, I'm just getting tongue-tied. I did combine them. But you do have a malice by having them combined. Unless you have somebody that can command multiple nations. Oh, I don't know who I am. I'm raising infantry. I feel a little bit better about raising divisions. That does make me feel a little bit better, but I don't know. I don't know who I am anymore. It feels wrong. It feels so wrong. Ah. But yeah, I am thinking that what I'm going to go ahead and do then is raise divisions to replace the Jaegers that will head to the Caucasus. And have... I am going to need men for the Serbian front. I don't know who I am. I don't know. It is a great temptation to just go for the LARP and just not produce any new men after the 3 divisions, just for no other reason than just to make it a thing. As long as you don't devalue the currency for some state funds, yeah, exactly. The holy currency rate, the holy inflation rate, it will not go below 0. It will, well, not go above 0. I fucking wish it could. I don't know. Would that be a good thing going above 0? I don't know. Depends really. I don't know if it's a good thing at war. I don't think that could really be a good thing. But yeah, we do have the Ottoman fleets over here with the German transports. We can lift 46 at once. How much is a Jaeger Corps? They're 55, but they also do have these in here, which is 16. So I could move the entire... These guys are heavy, actually. I don't know if I take them too. Yeah, I can definitely move the Jaegers pretty easily. So as soon as we get Romania into the war, I will go ahead and have them. I mean, the Jaegers would fight really well over here in like Sevastopol too. So what I could even do in the future is like land over here at Pedikop or something. Which is actually a perfect place to land, to be honest. Like as... Brody, Brooks, that's it, Brooks said earlier. I could have naval forces land over here, take Pedikop, and then I could have like the Jaegers move down here. Holy gold standard, yeah. You know, I'm not too sure. I did say to Plumbersmack, maybe Alex could move some troops into the Mediterranean or something. Like I said, if they'd been able to take like a port over here at like Qatar. I don't know if I said it or I thought it. I definitely thought it. I don't know if I said it. But yeah, if they'd been able to get some troops over here and take Qatar, then he could have landed French troops over here, and that would have really changed things up. Honestly, that would have been very, very difficult, really, for me. So I would have had to move legitimate forces there. It would have put pressure on him on the Western front, but it puts pressure on me on the Serbian front. And it's just, yeah. I do have some mountaineers over here, actually. Yeah. At least I managed to complete my mission of maxing out the German heavy artillery pool, so yeah. At least I can just... this is my army. This is all I need. I don't know. I have no idea how it's going to perform. It's a good deal of cannon, though. And we'll have to start raising divisions really across the board, just because I have a lot of militia in places and I really want to have more infantry divisions. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. We've got 6 engagement points over here then, so let's see, what can we do? I could increase our aviation research, but I'm not that miffed. The spy unit would be nice. Can't really invest in... I think what I'll do then is I'll wait until I have the decisions for infantry research, so I'll save up. And then once I have the decisions for infantry research, I'd like to jump ahead. But yeah, we have been able to jump quite ahead there in artillery. So as soon as I can invest in artillery, I'll invest in artillery. And just really try and boost that. If I can get to level 3 and get the massive bombardment... So yeah, unlocks an improved howitzer model, assist units are upgraded, but that would be really good. If I could get those, like, level 3 howitzers, that'd be very nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, railroad guns are unlocked and available for manufacture. I do wonder if they're any different to the ones we have. I've got to assume that they're the same as what we have. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah. I could go ahead and burn some more national morale and start unlocking German fortresses. Maybe I can do that in the Ostroman, in the Ottoman Empire. I could. Not really much, is there? Alright. I'll unlock the fortress over here. So we'll unlock these fortress guns over here then. And at least then I can actually use them at the siege cars, and they'll be there like the turn after, so that's actually worthwhile. Need more supply. I also wish that my CNC could be unlocked. Yeah, railroad guns were 305 and 420mm historically, yeah, my gosh. Right, so let's go ahead and take a look. So we have 4 medium artillery regiments in production. Oh, I've overproduced infantry there a little bit then, actually. In which case I'll cancel. Let me double check. 4 medium, 4 infantry, okay. Then what I'll do is instead have I built my maximums? Wow. That takes a long ass time. I feel like cavalry is really underrated. Oh, I do have Hungarian infantry divisions. Thought so. Oh, but they only have a single brigade. Interesting. Do the Arabs have anything different? No. Oh, just so I can recruit them over there. Right. Yeah, we'll just hold on to that war supply then for now. I've got 5 engagement points. How do I want to spend them? I guess we'll go for the Italians again. Don't ask me how useful this actually is. Okay. Right, well, I think we're looking pretty good there then. I know, Daniel. You make a good point. You make a very good point. I just... I just don't want to produce divisions, do I? I just don't want to do it, do I? Okay. I don't want to do it, but I have to. Gosh, the pain. Damn you, Daniel. If I remember, we'll call these the Daniel divisions. How much do they cost? 10? Yeah, 10. Alright. Alright, okay. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll obviously like tweak with things as well. Generally around this area then, I think we'll clean up perhaps some of these Russian forts over here. I do have a couple cores over here that I can move around. Yeah, I've got a decent amount of supply now, which is good. Munitions obviously replacing. Now, ideally we should actually have the land in there next turn. It's a bit of a shame that we didn't this turn, but I think that's because, well, I'm not used to it, so at least we know for the future. So I'm going to say a big thank you for watching there, ladies and gents, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. So until next time, thank you and goodbye. Do go ahead and join the Discord. You can join the respective rooms, and yes, you can join in the actual discussion and strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and post a link, and all you need to do is join and just type your name and just type CP or Entente. Well, Central Powers or Entente, and then you guys are good to go. So go ahead and post that, and also if you guys do feel like I've earned it, you could consider becoming a Patreon backer, and that'd be great. So until next time, thank you. Remember to like the video, much appreciated, and see you guys in the future. Take care, goodbye, and stay safe.